Alright guys, this is what you've been waiting for. I go through a ton of shoes that I get usually at the bins, and I've got probably a good bare minimum 200 pounds sitting here that I'm going to try to process over the weekend. I want to get through 100 pairs today and the rest of them tomorrow, whatever that ends up being. So I'm going to show you from start to finish my process for doing shoes. This is going to be crazy, you guys. Okay, check this out. So there's bin number 1, bin number 2, and giant box number 3. So there's, in that box alone, there's 100 pounds. That's my last haul to the bins. And then in this box, hi Sherman! And in this box, there's probably another 100 pounds. I'm just guessing by the looks of it. So how I have my system set up right now is I'm going to take these shoes, I'm going to separate them out, I'm going to weigh them. I've got my computer set up right here. I've got my photo station set up right here. I like to photo in this handy dandy cute little tray. In here I have, this is what I'm going to sit on while I do my photos, but in here I have my shoe station. So I've got my brush to wipe off the dirt and stuff, and I've got Clorox wipes to clean out any gunk. I've got a lint brush for like any suede shoes that have stuff on them. And then this, y'all, is the holy grail, not only for shoes, but for clothes. This is the OxiClean Max Force Gel Stick pre-treater stuff. You guys, if you are not using this to get out stains on your clothes or shoes or whatever, dude, go to Target right now and just grab you like 10 of these. Seriously. Like, seriously, just go. It's amazeballs. All right, so that's my shoes. That's my shoe station. And I'm going to get to sorting right now. What I do, can you guys just not be loud? Seriously? My dogs are crazy. Hey, guys. Yawn candy camera. That's Tuffy the fluffy pug and Penny the tripod three-legged mutt. Penny, hi Penny. And then of course Sherman the chihuahua. Anywho, so what I do for my shoes is I am going to sort them out into 3 piles. I'm going to sort them out into a pile that's under 16 ounces so that I can ship them first class. Then I'm going to sort them into, you can't see me, it is very dark. Hello. Alright, so I'm going to sort them into under 16 ounces so that I can ship those first class, and then I'm going to sort them into over 16 ounces but can fit in a padded flat rate mailer, so that'll save people money on priority shipping, and then the rest of them will be heavier than 16 ounces but can't fit into a padded flat rate, which is a lot of them. So there's that. So that's how I'm going to sort them. I'm going to go ahead and get to that right now. But first, let me get some coffee. Okay, I already weighed these, and these are about 2 pounds. These are heavy. So they go into the not padded flat rate and not first class. I can definitely tell those are the same. What do you think? First class? Let's find out. Hello, Sama. Yes, first class. That's fantastic. Alright, first class. Oh, these are my favorite brand of shoes. Where'd the other one go? It slipped out of the thing. There it is. These are soft shoes. I may or may not keep these. I have a shoe problem, y'all. I find so many shoes at the bins that I like want to keep for myself. Oh, darn it. They're half a size too big. Ugh. Okay, how much do they weigh? Over 1 pound, but these will fit into a padded flat rate. over a pound, but will fit into padded flat rate. Okay, you guys get, go! You're so loud and obnoxious. Turds. Over a pound, unlikely to fit in a padded flat rate. Under a pound. Okay, so I'm not going to weigh these ones yet because they need a tiny bit of TLC. All they need is a little glue dot right here to hold this bow down, and then they will be perfect again. So I'm going to have a fourth pile for things that I need to clean up, repair, whatever. And to be clear, I do not get any shoes that I am going to need to do extensive repairs on ever. Like, if it's going to take me more than 30 seconds of effort, I'm out. Also, when I went to the bins and I got this 100-pound box the other day, I couldn't lift the box into the back of the truck. I was by myself, and they fell. This giant, huge box of shoes fell onto the dirty, nasty parking lot pavement, and it was raining, so there were puddles and mud. So I have some cleaning up to do on quite a few of my shoes, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? Those will fit into padded flat rate. These will not. Y'all, these are Guess boots. These are so cute. They're so cute. I bought them for myself off Poshmark, but they don't fit. I have a shoe problem, y'all. Shoe problem. Seriously. This is my daughter's cat, Evie. Evie! Hi, Tuffy. Hi, Tuffy. Tuffy the fluffy bug. These are so cute. I don't know what brand they are or what size they are, so that's gonna be fun. So when your shoes don't have a size, you just stick a tailor measuring tape from the toe to the heel, and just measure it and look up a size chart, and then you can find the size from that. These were in like perfect condition. A lot of times I won't get a shoe if it doesn't have a size, but if it doesn't have a size and it's in perfect condition and it's in style and I know it'll sell, I'll grab it. These are so unique. I don't even know what to think about these. They're in excellent shape. They're padded on the inside. They're 6.5s. I might restore the suede a little bit on the toes, but they're still in really good shape, so then again, I might not. Again, there's no brand on it, but there is a size. It was 6.5. So I think these will go. They're really cute and unique.
Hi, today I'm going to show you how we get stickers off of shoes for doing all the reselling that you get from like Goodwill and whatever thrift shops that you get it from. I usually use the heat gun, and it doesn't take very long at all. It heats up super quick, and it will start to show discolorization in the sticker. So when that starts to happen, that's pretty much your sign that it's ready to come off. It just takes a couple of seconds. Notice how it changed colors there? 2 seconds, it's done. And then you can peel it off just like that. Oh, except for that piece.
So much easier than
But yeah,
without it.
just like that.
Awesome.
Hello again. Hello again. Also, I'm going to do this next one with my heat gun, but also with this one, you have to be real careful because with the material that the shoe is stuck with here on the top, if you use the heat gun too long on it, it will peel this portion of the shoe off where you see the outline there. So you have to be super careful and super quick about it. So just a couple of seconds and the sticker will come off. You could also use a hairdryer or anything that will produce or blow warm air onto it.
Boom.
Just like that.
And that's how it's done. All right, so this is the listing process. So you can see we have our lights set up to take the pictures. I already showed you the picture station earlier. We have my fun little pan here. And what I'll do first before I take pictures is I'll check this out. This is these are size 6 rugged Outback, brand new. Not sure what these are called. All man-made material, so they're not leather, but I'll call these like slip-on mule Jesus sandals, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter these into my spreadsheet here, if you want to show that part. So I'm going to call these size 6 brown faux leather Jesus sandals mules. And they have a buckle, so I'll just put buckle on there. So now they're in my inventory. I'm going to put over here the bin location. I haven't numbered my bin yet for this particular set, but I'll go back and I'll enter the bin location. So now it's time for pictures. So I'm going to get in a good position. So how I do my pictures is I'll usually do one shoe facing up, and I'll do one shoe kind of on its side to get a good profile picture of the shoe. And then you always want to make sure that your phone or whatever you're taking your pictures with. I don't use my fancy schmancy camera for picture taking. So much easier to do it on the phone. Make sure it is in square mode. That's important, especially if you list on Poshmark. It has to be in square mode, and it's just easier to do it this way rather than having to crop it, and you'll just mess up your pictures. So get a good angle on your shoe. A lot of times I like to take them from above. And that way they can see really good angle of the shoe. And then I'll do a couple of different angles. And then I always put my shoes straight with, you know, a little bit of a pigeon toe turn in. I'll do that angle there. I always get a good shot of the toes so that they can see there's no scuffs or damage. Always do a side profile of the shoe. They always want to see how high the heel is. And then same thing with the back. You want to get a good picture of the heels there so that they can see there's no scuff marks there. Or if there are, you know, obviously you want a good picture of that. And then the last thing, I want to always make sure I get a picture of the soles as well. And that usually will have the size on it and the brand. And they'll be able to tell from this picture that these are brand spanking new, never been worn. And then a lot of times if I can, I'll get a picture of the tag on the inside that has the materials and the size. And that's not only for the buyer's reference, but for mine. That way I know when I'm going back through the pictures and I'm attaching these pictures to the listings, I will know, oh, by the way, this was this shoe. Okay, so now what I will do directly after I've taken the pictures is I'll go into eBay. eBay. And then I'll do, sometimes I'll just search or I'll create listing. I'll probably search and see what we've got here. So we got rugged, Outback, brown sandals. Let's see what pops up. And so there's my sandal right there. Rugged Outback Women's brown crisscross weave buckle shoes sandals, blah blah blah. So that's the exact sandals. So I'm gonna also go into comps and see or to sold and see what these have sold for, if there are any in here. But if not, I'll base my listing on that one that we just saw. So those are close but no cigar and a different brand. Okay, so those are similar but a different brand. Clark's, Keen's, blah blah blah. Okay, so there have been none of these sold anytime recently. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the sold, and I'm going to go back to that listing that we saw that is the exact sandal, which is these. I'll go into this listing and I'll do a sell similar because it's exactly the same listing, and that is here, sell now. And then I will change the sizing info. So this is a size 6. Rugged Outback Women's brown crisscross weave buckle shoes. And I'm going to put Jesus sandals just because that's a really popular keyword. And then I will go ahead and just come down here and save this and continue later. Now this is a draft. This came out of our pile that was not first class shipping, but will fit in a padded flat rate envelope. So I'm going to go back and I'll assign to this listing the shipping profile that goes with that. That's a padded flat rate. And then after I've got all of these different shoes in here in my draft format, then I'll go in and I'll upload all the pictures to them and list them, and they'll go live. So that is the listing process. Hey guys. All right, so I have a pair of Sperry topsider shoes that have permanent marker on both of the bottoms, which is awesome. I would rather have the darn stickers that they put on the shoes because those are super easy to get off. So, permanent marker. I'm going to try this off active spray to get this particular one off. So basically what I'm going to do is just take my paper towel. I may switch to a washcloth depending on how this works, and put my off active spray right on that bad boy. And let's see what we got going on up in here. Actually smells really good for bug spray. Is that weird that I like that? What? Y'all. You guys. That's crazy. Alright, I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Well, that was a pretty successful experiment. The only problem is you can still see kind of the outline of where the $7.99 was. So let's see if we like hold the bug spray to remove permanent marker. Who would have thought? Let's see if we hold it on there and it kind of soaks in a smidgy. How that works. There's still a really faint outline on there. It's shaking the couch and shaking the phone. That's super funny. Alright, so there's still the outline. So I think what I'll do to try to get the outline off is use my Mr. Clean magic eraser and see if that works. I don't have that in here. Wow, it really cleans the crap out of these shoes. I don't have that in here, but I will come back to you with that. But before we do that, I have these shoesies. And I haven't taken the sticker off of here yet. These are super cute pink sandals. But you can see they have these scuffs right here. And this is like patent leather or whatever. I think it's actual real patent leather. This is a leather insole. Oh no. Oh, I was duped. It's not actual leather, but it feels good. And they're still super nice. And I didn't think it was leather when I bought them. So whatevs. So let's try Mr. Bug Spray trick on this scuff. I have no idea, you guys, if this is going to work. So this will be like discovery time together. Alright, so we're trying to get these nasty old scuffs off. Oh, I am pleasantly surprised. You guys! What? They are literally 100% gone. Holy shnikes. Oh my gosh, if I would have known this, that would have saved so many pairs of shoes that I redonated. Oh, good grief. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys. Wow, okay. I am a very happy camper right now. This is so cool. Holy schnitzel. It's getting every last scuff mark off of these shoes. Whoever donated these shoes obviously donated it because they were full of these crazy black scuff marks. Yeah, either that or, okay, maybe not obviously. Maybe in the bins they got rubbed up against some other black shoe crap and that scuffed them up. I don't know. All I know is they are in perfect condition now with 0 scuffs. And it took all of that. That is, wow. Very impressed. Okay, so highly recommend, not tipping over your camera. Highly recommend Off Active Spray for taking off scuff marks, at least, on shoes. And I'm going to try to finish off the permanent marker leftover, like, fadey crap with a magic eraser, which I will go get right now, and BRB. Okay, y'all, I am back with my Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. I can't say it normal. I have to sing it. It's one of those things. Don't judge me. All right, I have taken out one of the Mr. Clean Sponge Bobbits and wet down the corner because you have to use these things wet. That's apparently what activates the magic. And we're going to go ahead, and so you see the leftover permanent marker here. The bug spray got most of that off. It was pretty dark before, but now there's just like this faded thing. So let's see if it works. Supposedly, Mr. Clean can like take off anything, right? Come on, Mr. Clean. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, Mr. Clean. Wow, my hair is cray-cray today. No makeup, crazy hair, eyebrows are crazy. Y'all are getting the best of Crystal. Not impressed. Not impressed. Sheep dip. Sheep dip. Okay. That didn't work. Still the same light mark. I got one more trick up my sleeve. BRB. Alright, y'all. I am back for my third attempt at getting this stupid faded leftover marker out of this dang shoe. So, when in doubt, let's mess shit up more. I'm going to take a permanent marker and go over it. See if we can somehow magically make this $7.99 go away. by coloring it even more. All right, I have written over the $7.99 with $7.99. Let's first try our bug sprayed paper towel for wiping it off. Well, crap on toast. No worky. No worky. Still there. So, oh, I just got a notification. My Columbia Sportswear women's thingamabopper sold raincoat for $12.95. They didn't even make an offer. Yippee! You have received $17.24 from Samantha. I love it. Okay, so that didn't work, so I'm going to go back in with the Mr. Clean sponge. Look, I did it without singing. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Sheep dip. Seriously. Do not like. Nope. Nope. Shoot. Alright, well, I don't know what else to try on here, you guys. Like, it is really freaking in there. Maybe I'll just color over it and draw a cute little design on the bottom of the shoe to cover it. Or maybe I'll make it $17.99 or $27.90. Dude, I'm so gonna do that. I'm gonna make it $27.99. $27.99. It's $27.99. That's better than $7.99, yeah? I'll still sell it for way less, obviously. Well, I'm probably going to take that off too. Alright guys, my experiment failed. I'm going to keep trying, and if I find something that gets the last little bit of this faded Sharpie marker out of here, I will let y'all know. I'm going to do some Googling. See ya. There's the hubster getting ready to process pile number 3. He's going to take off some stickers. And there's Tuffy, the fluffy pug.
He's in charge of quality control.
This is our quality control pug. Hi, babe.
Hi.
Are you excited for another full day of listing? It's a lot of work, y'all.
Hi. Today I'm going to show you what you can do if you come across a shoe while you're doing photographs and it's got a little bit of dirt in here. Just take a nice stiff brush like this and just give it a quick little scrub just to get that inside stuff so you can take a decent photograph of the bottom of the shoe. Just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just have to get a majority of the stuff off so you can take a decent picture displaying your product. Okay. Today we're going to use some of this stuff here. This is the Off Active Bug Spray. This is what you're going to want to use to get some of those pesky marks off your shoes from Goodwill or whatnot. Spray a little bit on this rag. Just gets it off instantly. It's like magic. We're talking Mr. Clean magic.
My little helpers passed out on the couch.
Yes, they are.
There's part of the tie pile I was working on this morning. And there's the super awesome Looney Tunes Spike the dog tie. Boom. So when I'm at my shoe station, I'm just sitting here at a table in my living room, and I've got my little tray and I've got my shoes. And then I always have with me, I always have shoe forms. So you can get these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They were like 10 bucks for a few pairs. And they're called like clear acrylic shoe forms. If you search for that, you'll find them. These are like for sandals, like strappy sandals and things like that. You can get ones that are actual feet that can go in and they form the shoes a little bit better. Those are a little bit spendy. So anyway, I just started with these. These have been working fine so far. And then I also always have my handy dandy measuring tape for doing heels. Also for shoes that don't have sizes listed, which I'm finding quite a few of, which is a little bit weird. I also have my active bug spray. Is that a weird thing to have at a shoe station? I feel like it's a weird thing to have. But this thing is a must-have because it takes off permanent marker, it takes off scuffs, like you have scuffs on patent leather, you know, like I showed in an earlier video, I had these pink patent leather shoes and they had all these black scuffs on them. Dude, this like took it off in 10 milliseconds. I was gonna say 10 seconds, but really it was like under a second. I have my scale so that I can weigh the shoes because I sort my shoes into 3 different categories, which is in a different video, or this one if I'm combining them all into big ones, which I might. I haven't decided yet. I also have this really cool thing. It's like a sculpture-y just piece of art. I got it at Ross Dress for Less for like 7 bucks. And a lot of times I'll put my heels on these. I do kind of just artsy different things depending on the shoe. I also have my handy dandy scrub brush for dirt on the bottom of soles. And I have Clorox wipes, bleach free of course, to get dirt off. And if there's like on sandals, pretend this is a sandal, use your imagination. If this was a sandal and this was the toe and it had those like nasty toe marks, dude, take your Clorox wipes and scrub it out, boom, gone. What else? I always have a crap ton of rubber bands because, you know, I go to the bins and I have a crap ton of rubber bands. But I band my shoes back together when they're not leather and they're not expensive and they won't get damaged by the rubber bands. So that I don't lose them in my bins. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have for my shoe station at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so you can watch how I take my pictures. Take my pictures. Okay, so one moment. And if my phone falls, it does that. And I'll make funny sound effects like woo or, you know, R2-D2. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can find this is my husband's phone and that's my phone that I'm recording on. So I never know where the heck to go. Okay, so remember I told you in an earlier video you have to make sure that your photo app is on Square, and especially if you're taking pictures for Poshmark, guys, because Poshmark is all about the Square. And I find Square works a lot better for eBay too, because if we don't do Square, it like cuts your picture off in weird ways. And I'll insert screenshots of the pictures I take in the video if I can when I edit it later. Because you're at a weird angle, so it's gonna look kind of funky dunky. So the first picture I take, I usually will lay my shoes sideways, just to get kind of the profile picture. And I know that looks really weird from that angle, but I'll go straight up and down, and I'll kind of just position them so they look nice. And you want to fill up the whole frame with the shoe. I don't want a bunch of surrounding crapola, because nobody wants to see that. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. And then second picture I usually do the shoe kind of straight on, a little bit pigeon-toed. And sometimes I'll do it straight above like so, but a lot of times I'll be at a slight angle. Again, I'll insert pictures and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, and then I always do a side shot. so that people can see the heel height and like the shape of the shoe from the side, from the profile. And sometimes I'll do like a second. I don't know. I just get a little crazy with my pictures. I may not use all of these. Who knows? I don't even like that one. Okay, and then I always get a close-up of the toes because people are going to want to see if there are scuff marks. So I raise them up on the lip of my tray. And then I just snap a shot straight on. These have 0 scuff marks, which is awesome. And then I do the same thing for the heels, because people are going to want to see, like this one has a teeny weeny little like wearing on the leather right on this, on the heels. You would never see it unless you were this close to them. Can't even really see it this close. And a lot of times I'll get a picture of the logo in the shoe. And I always get a picture of any detail on the shoe. Like here you have your Gucci metal hardware thingy. People are going to want to see that. And pay close attention to your pictures, because a lot of times you'll get like a reflection from the light, and in your picture it will look like a defect or like it's wearing on the metal or wearing on the leather. So try to angle it in such a way that it's clear that it's just the metal. There's no funky reflection, and it's not a defect. And then I will always get a picture of the soles of the shoes. People always want to know like what they're getting into. How worn are your soles? And then a close-up again of the logo and size area on the bottom of the shoe, if there is one. I bought these Gucci's for myself on Poshmark, and the darn things don't fit. My feet are too wide, apparently, and I don't even have wide feet, but they're just too wide, so they just were a little too uncomfortable right here. But if you have just normal, pretty, dainty feet, I think you'd be fine wearing these shoes. Such a bummer, because these shoes are amazeballs, and like they're Gucci's, guys. Like I never had a pair of Gucci's before. Boo. Same fargan situation with these Jimmy Choos. You guys, I wanted a pair of Jimmy Choos so bad, and I actually bought 2 pairs of Jimmy Choos. And same damn thing happened with both pairs. They were just a smidgy. Like these fit, but they're just not comfortable for my feet. I have stupid feet, apparently. Anywho, that is the process that I go through for taking pictures of shoes. And I'll put in another video, or I already did, or I'll edit together or whatever. My listing process from start to finish is I grab a pair of shoes, I type them in on my spreadsheet on the computer, so I check them in to inventory. I'll put which shoe bin I'm putting them in. That I have a little inventory slot on my spreadsheet, so I'll type it in, and then I will create the draft for the shoe on eBay real quick. I'll just type in, I'll find some comps or whatever, and I won't put a lot of time in there. I use a template, so I'll like copy and paste my template or whatever into the description. I'll put the size in there and just the details on the shoe. And that's it. Like, yeah, that's it for the draft. Woo, can't brain. I have been doing so many damn shoes over the last 2 days. My brain is shoe fried. Anyway, so I create the draft. Wow. I create the draft on eBay after I've checked in the shoe, and then I take the pictures of the shoe. Take the pictures, cha-ching, cha-ching. And then I will move on to the next shoe. So I set these shoes aside, I'll rubber band them together and put them wherever they're gonna go, wherever they're gonna live. Check in the next pair, put the draft in eBay, take the pictures, put them in the bin. Check in the next pair, put the draft on eBay, take the pictures, put them in the shoe bin. Then after I've got like a giant pile, usually like every 20 pairs or so, I will stop and I'll take a break and I'll kick back on the couch and I'll grab my phone and I'll pull up eBay. And now all of my drafts are in my eBay account. If you click on my account and selling, you'll see all of the drafts that you just created. And then I will upload the pictures to each draft. And it's really easy because the last set of pictures that you took go with the first draft that's in your draft section, which is awesome. And then you can delete those pictures after you've uploaded them into your listing and listed it. And then you don't have to worry about scrolling through endless pictures and being like, oh, where's those pictures of those shoes? One thing I forgot to mention is after I take the pictures of the shoe, I will take my handy dandy measuring tape and I will measure the heel and I'll enter that into the draft, or I'll enter it into my spreadsheet and then into the draft later. And just in case you're not sure how to measure the heel of a shoe, the heel is measured from the seam where the heel connects to the shoe. So not the top of the shoe here, but the seam where it connects. And it's measured to straight down to where it hits on the ground. So it's right here to right here. So like for example, this shoe will be somebody is coming in. So I'm gonna put my little 0 marker on here and it's a 3-inch heel. Because you can see, like if I went straight down, it's a little more than 3 inches, but you don't want to do that because it's where it touches the floor. So it's a 3-inch heel. So I'll make sure that I include that in your listing. If you don't include the heel height in your listing, inevitably 20 people are going to email you saying, what's the heel height? Even though, like, obviously to me, this is a 3-inch heel. People don't know. Like, they're just, you're going to get 20 emails with asking you what the heel height is. So just put the damn heel height in your listing. Save yourself a bunch of heartache. I'm just saying, just do it. All right, that's it for this video. Bye. This is the shoe bins I was talking about earlier. I have these things sitting here for the more delicate shoes, like anything leather or anything I don't want just in my regular shoe bins because I don't want them to get messed up. So like my Gucci's here and my Jimmy Choos, those are going right in here. In the last 5 minutes, right after I stopped my listing spree, 2 of the pairs of shoes sold that I just listed. These Kenneth Cole Reactions and these Hillard Hansen leather shoes. So those have sold. So I'm going to come in here and I figured I would just show you my shoe shipping process while I was at it. So this is my shipping station. And I've got my poly mailers and priority mail stuff down in the drawers. I have like miscellaneous boxes and tape and things like that in the cabinet and that drawer. Over here I have my Scotty peelers and some pens. I've got hand sanitizer because, you know, you always need hand sanitizer, especially when you're dealing with shoes. I've got my OxyClean, my extra tape, my tape dispenser majigget there. Over here on this side here, I've got my shoe boxes. I always keep a bunch there. You can order those for free on USPS.com. This is my random miscellaneous supplies here and like craft paper and different things. Up here, I have my shipping labels. They're the sticky kind. Then I have, I do clothing labels on some of my clothing. I have a, one of those gun thingamajiggets there. And then I have like my regular mailing address labels, and this is just regular printer paper here. Over here I have my cards that I include with all of my Poshmark and eBay stuff. This is strictly for eBay. It's my thank you cards. I also include some Lyft cards to give people free Lyft rides. I have some Uber cards too, but I have not been including those lately. Let's see, up here I have my air. If I ever need air, I've got more to put in there. Isn't that funny to say I have air in a box? This is all my tissue paper. I always wrap my shoes in tissue paper. And I will be mounting a ribbon dispenser right up here. So I can wrap my Poshmark packages with ribbon because I like to make it pretty. This is eBay, so I'll wrap it in tissue paper and make it really nice in my shoe box here, but I won't probably put any ribbon on it just right now, but I will include my thank you cards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it around so you can see the shipping. Alright guys, so shipping is totally not brain surgeon worthy. Like, it's not a science. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. All you need to do is make sure your shoes are protected. I opted to send both of these in a Prairie Mail shoe box. I could have technically fit both pairs of these in a padded flat rate and saved myself like $4, but I don't trust that they won't get completely wrecked in a padded flat rate with there's 2 of them and there's heels, and it is what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap them up all nice and spiffy and stick them in a nicer box. So I wrapped, as I ruin the shoes myself. So I wrapped each shoe individually in tissue paper. Set it aside. I have no shortage of tissue paper in this house, and I haven't purchased any. I may have a Poshmark addiction, but whatever. That's how I end up with most of my tissue paper. Oh, that's funny. Alright, and I will go ahead and I will stuff some more tissue paper down in El Boxo. Put some black in there for good measure. And then I'll put the shoes in there. I'm putting them up on their ends, if you can see that. And then I'll put the other ones around them on the other end. So now I have 4 shoes kind of like that, and I'll go ahead and stuff it with some more paper. Oh, I have like 20,000 pieces of paper. That's glittery. I don't want to use that one. Oh, good grief. Why don't I have any more plain white? No! Okay, I don't need this much paper. Okay. Tissue Palooza! Alright guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick my thank you card in here, and it says, thank you for supporting my small business. It's probably backwards on there, but whatevs. Your 5-star rating means so much to me. Thank you. And then it gives my Poshmark name, my eBay name, my myeyelashlady.com website, and my Facebook. I love to do that. And sometimes I'll even write a little thank you note on the back of it, just like to thank the person personally with their name, especially if it's a Poshmark order. I'll do that. And I'll lay that right on the top, so that's the first thing they see when they open. And then I'll stick my eBay card and my Lyft card just down in the middle, or down the side. And then tape it up. And I know a lot of people love the idea of sending a thank you card and saying that, crap on toast, saying that feedback means a lot. And the way I have my cards worded, I thought it was pretty tactful. And I've never had a complaint, and I've always gotten really good feedback. I have never had a negative feedback, and I think it's important to thank your customers, for one thing. Now, I will always double tape, like a crisscross, just to make sure the box doesn't come open. And you want to use your fingernails and just make sure the tape sticks. All right. And then you'll notice that the spot for the label is on the side of the box as opposed to this nice big blank area. But all right. I will conform to the eBay or the Priority Mail box thingy. Wishes, whatever. Okay, and then you just stick your bad boy right on there. And voila, she is ready to go. And that is shoe shipping on a dime or a bundle or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we are done. We have listed every fargan pair of shoes in the house. Well, except for this damn pair that escaped me. Ah! I'm going to just burn it. Okay, so in this box we have, I don't know, a crap ton of shoes. It's like, I don't know, it's a crap ton of shoes. And then in this box we have a crap ton of shoes. And in this box we have a mega crap ton of shoes. All told, we have 130 pounds of shoes that we have processed this weekend. And then an extra 20 pounds of rejects that we found, defects that we didn't find when we picked them up. So 20 pounds of rejects, that's, you know, $20 right there down the drain, but that's okay, we'll redonate. And then we haven't processed these yet because these are my cleanup pile, so that's going to be another 5 pounds of shoes there. And there's this pile under here that's not going in the bins because it's going in our white shoe cabinet, because those are like leather or sparklies that we don't want them to get all messed up. So 150 pounds of shoes processed today. Crazy. That was the longest weekend ever, you guys. Wow.